Hey there, and welcome. Today, we are going to map out the blueprint for an amazing, successful aquarium, specifically for us here in Illinois. You know, it's so much more than just a glass box with water. It's really about creating a living, thriving masterpiece. And that all starts with a great plan.
So, you're probably picturing it right now, right? That beautiful, vibrant underwater world right in your own home or your office. And that's an awesome dream to have. But here's the thing. The most stunning aquariums, the ones that really last, are built on a solid foundation of planning, way before a single drop of water is even involved.
And this quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of it. It's so easy to get fixated on the tank, the pretty part you see. But the biggest mistake people make is forgetting about the life support system that keeps everything inside alive and healthy. So let's break down the blueprint to help you avoid that super common pitfall. Okay, first things first. Before you even think about what size tank to get or what kind of fish you want, you need a crystal clear vision. I mean it. Every single decision you make from here on out, your budget, your maintenance, all of it, is going to flow from the answer to one simple question.
What is the point of this aquarium? Seriously, are you aiming for a jaw-dropping piece of living art for your living room? Or maybe it's an educational display for a waiting room, something to keep clients calm and interested. Perhaps you're a hardcore hobbyist and you want to build this incredible complex collection. Or maybe you just love one specific kind of fish and you're passionate about building the perfect, dedicated habitat for it. Your why literally defines everything that comes next.
And, you know, that big vision has to meet reality. Where is this tank actually going to go? Is there enough room behind it for all the filters, the plumbing, the wiring? And you got to ask, how are you physically going to get in there to clean it? Answering these practical questions right now will save you a world of headaches later on, trust me. All right, let's talk about the big one, money. A realistic budget, this is often the single biggest thing that separates a successful, fun aquarium from a really expensive, stressful failure. And here's the secret, it's almost always more than just the price tag on the tank itself. Yeah, most of us, we budget for the obvious stuff you see here. The tank and the stand, the fish, we call them livestock, and the gravel or sand, which is the substrate. But long-term success, that all depends on the full system cost. That includes good filtration, the right lighting, and especially for us in Illinois, heaters for our brutal winters, and maybe even chillers for those scorching summer days. And don't forget the costs that keep on coming, like your electricity bill, supplies, and of course, your own time. This really says it all, doesn't it? If your budget only covers the tank, but not the gear to keep it running smoothly, that beautiful dream, it just turns into a chore. It becomes a burden. The key is to budget for the entire ecosystem right from day one. So now for our third step. You've got your vision, you've got a realistic budget. It's time to design the technical system, the actual life support that's going to keep your little underwater world stable and healthy. Getting that stability really comes down to 4 key things. First, you have to control the temperature. Second, you have to prepare the water by letting the tank cycle, and we'll dig into that in just a second. Third, you've got to lock in your routines for feeding, testing, and cleaning. And finally, especially if this is for a business, you need an emergency plan. I mean, what are you going to do if the power goes out? Planning ahead is absolutely essential. Okay, so what in the world is nitrocycling? Think of it like you're building a tiny invisible city of workers inside your filter. You're basically growing good bacteria that are absolutely critical. They take the toxic ammonia that comes from fish waste and they turn it into much safer stuff. Now, this whole process can take weeks, and if you rush it, you get these deadly spikes of ammonia. It's probably the most common and fatal mistake new aquarium owners make. So patience here. It is everything. So we've gone through the vision, the budget, and the technical system. What does all of this boil down to? Well, it's actually a pretty straightforward formula for creating an aquarium that doesn't just survive, but truly thrives. Here it is. This is the winning formula. Your clear vision is the what. Your realistic budget is the can, and your full system plan, that's the how. If you get these 3 things right, you're not just buying a fish tank. You are investing in a successful, living, breathing work of art. That dream aquarium you have in your head, it is absolutely achievable. All it takes is a little bit of thinking ahead. So the only real question left is, what's going to be the very first step in your plan?